Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss a very important issue on section 254 subsection 2. The moot question in the present case was that whether the revenue can file the miscellaneous application on the basis of the Supreme Court judgment of the checkmate, where the tribunals have already given the decision in favor of the assessee and deleted the disallowance under section 36 subsection 1 clause 5a. This matter has been taken by Jaipur ITAT B bench in the case of Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax CPC Income Tax Officer versus Suman Solanki. This judgment has been reported in 110 ITR Tribunal at page number 516 and the date of the judgment is 17th July 2023. In the present case, the case relates to the assessment year 18-19. The disallowance was done by CPC under section 143 subsection 1 for the reason that there was mention in the audit report that employees' contribution towards ESI and PF has been deposited late, that is not by the due date which is mentioned in those acts. Assessee filed the appeal before the CIT appeal and CIT appeal also upheld the disallowances. When the matter came before the tribunal gave decision in favor of the assessee on 12th May 2022 by holding that since the assessee has deposited the employee's contribution before the due date of filing of the return of income, and at that time various judgments were available in favor of the assessee by the various high courts and by the various tribunals, and in the present case even the judgment of the Rajasthan High Court, which was the jurisdictional high court of the assessee, was available. So the decision was given at that time according to the various precedents on the subject matter. After that, the Apex Court gave its decision on 12th October 2022 in the case of Checkmate Services Private Limited versus CIT, and which is reported in 448 ITR at page number 518, in which the Supreme Court reversed the judgment of all the tribunals and high courts by saying that if the employee share of employees' contribution towards ESI and PF is not deposited in the due date in those respective acts, and even if it is deposited before the due date of filing return of income, even in those cases the disallowance will sustain. The department, on the basis of the Supreme Court judgment, filed the miscellaneous application after 6 months from the date of the order of the tribunal on 15th February 2023. Basically, the miscellaneous application is to be filed within 6 months from the end of the month in which the tribunal has passed the order. In this case, the miscellaneous application was barred by limitation. It was on the tribunal whether to allow this or not. The main contention of the revenue was that there was a circular of the Central Board of Direct Taxes dated 17th November 1971, which says that mistake apparent arising as a result of a subsequent interpretation of law by Supreme Court would constitute a mistake apparent from record, meaning thereby that in this case the revenue was relying on this circular, and according to that circular the revenue was saying that because the Supreme Court has given a different interpretation, and according to that interpretation whatever the judgment has been given by the tribunal should be amended by the miscellaneous application. The assessee kept its point by giving its various grounds. The first ground was that the miscellaneous application is barred by limitation because it is beyond 6 months, but the tribunal declined to entertain this ground. The second contention of the assessee was that Apex Court judgment, that is the judgment in the case of Checkmate, was not available on the date of the judgment which was given by the Rajasthan High Court. So the miscellaneous application should not be entertained. The third contention was that the amendment which has been brought in section 36 subsection 1 clause 5a, which says that the disallowance will prevail if the employee's contribution has not been deposited within the due date in those acts, even if it is deposited within the due date of filing of the return of income, but that amendment is applicable from assessment year 21-22. The assessee also contended that it was a debatable issue. It was not an issue which is to be settled by section 143 subsection 1. And the assessee said that even if it is assumed that the amendment is retrospective, then it is also a settled law that if an amendment is retrospective, then it cannot be invoked to make the addition through section 143 subsection 1. It was also the contention of the assessee that section 143 subsection 1 and 154 are perimeteria in nature and they only give power to make the amendments which are apparent from record. When the tribunal heard the contentions of both the revenue and the assessee, the tribunal was of the opinion that in the present case, from the facts and circumstances, it cannot be said that there is any mistake apparent from record. And the main point which is given by the tribunal was that in the present case, the revenue has only pointed out that and emphasized on the Supreme Court judgment without mentioning that there is a mistake apparent from record. Friends, this case is very important because already on this issue there is a lot of litigation and now the department is trying its level best to open up this issue by filing the miscellaneous application. But this is a welcome judgment by the Jaipur ITAT Tribunal, Bench B. The name of the case is Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax, CPC, Income Tax Officer versus Suman Solanki, and this issue has been reported in 110 ITR Tribunal at page 516 and the date of the judgment is 17th July 2023. Thank you, friends.